Hi, my name is Kamsi. I'm from Nigeria and I'm currently a Gates Cambridge Scholar and a second year PhD student in medical science at the Cancer Research UK Cambridge Institute.
Hi, I'm Facundo. I'm from Argentina, and I'm a Gates Cambridge scholar and about to finish my PhD in philosophy here. So, Kamsi, can you tell us a little bit about the process for applying to the Gates Cambridge scholarship?
So yeah, I think one important thing to know about the process is that first you need to get accepted at your academic department at the University of Cambridge. And after then, the Gates Cambridge has two additional criteria that are used to shortlist applicants for interview. And that is the Gates Cambridge reference and the Gates Cambridge statement, which has now been broken down into four sub questions. And that is really just an opportunity for you to connect your academic work to the wider impact that you hope to make. So yeah, Facundo, could you tell us how you approached your personal essay?
Yes, so for me, it was really about thinking hard about how I met the four criteria that the Gates Cambridge sets out for applicants. So these are academic ability, my reasons for choosing the course. So in my case, it was the PhD in philosophy, but also my commitment to improving the life of others and my leadership skills. So I really had to think hard to really see how I personally met these four different criteria. And this meant finding examples not only of my past academic experience, but also, for example, examples of how I met the leadership criterion and the criterion for improving the life of others. So I for example use my experience as the president of the Argentine Society at the LSE here where I did my undergrad to show how I already knew how to be a leader, but also how I was committed to also improving my leadership skills while here in Cambridge in order to make the most amount of impact in the future as well. So, Kamsi, can you tell us more about your personal experience with the essay?
Yeah, I think for me, the key was starting early and seeing the application process as an opportunity to tell an authentic story. So for me, it wasn't just about listing achievement. I tried to connect my academic work, personal experiences, and values to show how they matter together. So just like Facundo said, it's very important to show specific examples on each of those four criteria. So, in the commitment to improving the lives of others, for example, I showed how, as campus director of the Millennium Campus Fellowship, I founded the Better Health Project, where I educated secondary school students about sickle cell disease and the dangers of genotype incompatibility. So, yeah, just showing rather than telling is very key to the application and approaching the personal essay. And another thing for me was drafting multiple versions of my essay and seeking feedback from mentors and ensuring that my essay reflected who I really am rather than listing things that I have done. Facundo, do you have any tips for, those looking to apply to the Gates Cambridge Scholarship?
Yes, so my advice would be to really take the time to reflect on your path until this moment and also about your plans for the future and your reasons for deciding to apply to Cambridge, to your particular program, and also to the Gates scholarship. I know that sometimes when we are getting ready to apply for graduate school, we can get caught into the momentum of the applications. And the Gates Cambridge application gives you the opportunity to really think and reflect about your past experiences, but also about your future plans. And I'm sure that if you do that, that will show in your personal essay. What are your piece of advice for applicants?
Yeah. So my biggest tips would be start early, then be as authentic as possible and never underestimate the power of mentorship. So take your time to understand what the Gates Cambridge is looking for and tailor your application to show that alignment. But most importantly, Do not be afraid to let your personality and your voice shine through your application. So remember that it's not just about your academics, but about who you are and what truly matters to you in the world.
If you want to know more about the application process, you can find more information in the application tab at the Gates Cambridge website, but also in the link that will appear at the end of this video.
So yeah, thank you, Facundo, and to everyone who's watching. We are wishing you the best in your application. We are rooting for you, and we can't wait to welcome you to Cambridge.